Happy?
Yes, I am, thank you.
Good. You're very welcome, Kim.
Could I,
Don't try to pull that in the hall.
have we started the meeting?
No.
I guess my only thing is sitting there, if Brian had to get out, there's a tripping, whereas like back here,
Brian
is
can
less
go
so.
this way. I'm not gonna discuss this.
I'm
I'm
just
not gonna
thinking
argue it
because
with
of
anybody.
fire.
She has gotten a letter from my lawyer and fine, I'll sit back here. Start your meeting.
Could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I have 3 additions to the agenda. Well, currently 4, never mind. The Hula report, Higgins Lake Utility Authority, up in number 2 under consent agenda. I wanna pull that down and we're gonna put it in front of, at the beginning of the new business, so he doesn't have to stay around if he doesn't want to. But I want him to give his report. Next, down on number N, is to grant the supervisor permission to spread the winter tax roll treasure, right? Yeah. All the above. Permission to spread the tax roll, winter. O, Higgins Lake Advisory Board. P, transfer site codes.
What's that transfer site one?
Codes. That's all I got. Anybody else? Can I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion to approve.
With corrections?
Yeah.
I'll second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Public comment on agenda items only. Hearing none. Eric, would you introduce yourself?
Well, thank you very much. Eric Ostergren, former commissioner. I'm going to pass out some flyers here. Actually, some information on what I'm going to be talking about. Former commissioner up in Roscommon County.
Thanks.
It's an interesting start to the meeting.
Never a dull moment in Beaver Creek.
Excuse me, if you're gonna keep interrupting, I will ask you to leave.
Didn't interrupt.
Excuse me.
A few comments. Thank you for letting me attend. I'm also a property owner here in Beaver Creek. I've been actively involved in political matters on both the local and national levels, which means I have a lot of supporters and detractors as well. I've garnered significant support within the Higgins Lake community with a high favorability ratio. I've collaborated with the Higgins Lake Swimmers
Can
organization.
I stop you for 2 seconds?
Yes.
Here is it's in your packets, right underneath him, is what it's about. It's needed for the Higgins Lake Advisory Committee, just so you all had a heads up on that as well.
Yeah, it has to do with the dam and everything that's going on with the special assessment district down there. Anyway, I worked with the Higgins Lake Swimmers Ditch organization to significantly reduce swimmers ditch on Higgins Lake. This involved working closely with Dr. Kurt Blankenspore on initiatives like capturing and relocating mergansers, as well as reporting illegal shooting activities to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. I formed the Citizens for Higgins Lake Legal Levels, and we successfully sued Roscommon County for failing to maintain the legal levels on Higgins, and we won a major victory in the Michigan Supreme Court, despite the fact facing a lot of pushback from Roscommon County commissioners. As a commissioners, I've encountered legal challenges for my advocacy, including an arrest and conviction for changing the levels on Higgins that was later overturned on appeal. After winning my appeal, we filed a FOIA request, and we learned that the prosecutor withheld exculpatory evidence. That had nothing to do with the winning the appeal, however. This was prosecutorial misconduct. This experience underscores my commitment to serving the community even in the face of adversity. On a national level, I served as a poll challenger in Oakland County during the 2020 election, where I was a sole plaintiff with President Trump in his lawsuit against the Secretary of State regarding how the election was handled in Michigan, and I was also one of multiple plaintiffs on another one of his lawsuits against the Secretary of State. If you want more details, just Google my name along with President Trump's, and you'll see those details. Unfortunately, we didn't win those lawsuits, but we should have. Anyway, I'm seeking your support to appoint me to the Higgins Lake Advisory Board to represent Beaver Creek. My extensive knowledge and experience with Higgins Lake uniquely qualified me for this role. I understand that the Roscommon County Commissioners may not favor my appointment, but I believe it's important for Beaver Creek to have a strong voice here on that board. This is important for Beaver Creek. Currently, there are only 27 property owners, and I passed out a little flyer there, eligible to apply from Beaver Creek inside the Higgins Lake Special Assessment District. And no applications have been submitted from Beaver Creek from our township so far, and it's doubtful if they will. A lot of them are just, a lot of folks from Camp Cornelia that come up there for this summertime. That means Beaver Creek risks having no representation on the advisory board at all unless you appoint someone like me. The Roscommon County Commissioners have outlined eligibility criteria for the board members, which reads, and that's the second part of the flyer that I handed you. There can be one board member from each of the following. One, Higgins Lake property owners, Higgins Lake Foundation, and Higgins Lake Land Conservancy. One homestead member from each of the townships within the SAD district, Lyon, Garish, and Beaver Creek. One non-state homestead member from the townships within the SAD district, Lyon, Garish, and Beaver Creek. And one member from each of the township boards that they will appoint. That's where I come in, Lyon, Garish, and Beaver Creek. The interpretation of these requirements suggests that the township board has the authority to select its representative without undue influence from the Roscommon County Commissioners. I'd also suggest that the requirements, if you interpret them to be any different than what they're stated, don't matter anyway. What this board needs to determine is if you're going to let Roscommon County Commissioners dictate who Beaver Creek Township can appoint or not appoint. I hope you make the choice to appoint me. I urge you to consider the importance of representation and appoint me. I'm committed to ensuring that Beaver Creek's interests are effectively represented in discussions about new lake level control structure on Higgins. And I'll report back anytime you folks want to hear anything about what's going on. Thank you, and I appreciate your time and consideration, and I'm open to any questions you might have. Gotta have some questions. Maybe
What
not.
chemicals are used in the lake?
What chemicals? None are used in the lake that I know right now. And that has nothing to do with the advisory board. The advisory board is gonna have to do with the,
Special assessment
the
district.
special assessment district involving the dam. They need a different dam structure there, and how that's constructed and put together, that's what this advisory board's gonna need, not anything to do with, the chemicals and so forth. Most of the chemicals that are put in any of the lakes are down in Houghton Lake. Very few in Higgins that I know of. They used to put in copper sulfate to defeat, the snails in the swimmers ditch population, but they don't do that now. What we do is we remove the ducklings, and the merganser hens, they're the ones that are responsible for spreading almost all the swimmers itch. The last 2 years, however, we've got a big problem, last 3 years almost, with the DNR. They won't allow us to remove the merganser ducklings. It's coming back slowly. Swimmers itch is coming back slowly, and hopefully this year we're gonna be able to get some progress, with the Higgins Lake Swimmers Itch Organization, and get permits to remove the ducklings. What we do is we translocate them, we take them here and take them to a location where the snail that carries the swimmer's itch parasite does not exist. And that's what you get the interaction between the merganser ducks and the snail. And so we remove the ducklings, that cuts the cycle. It's very interesting. It's really cool science. It's fun capturing the little goomers. You put these nets up and kind of swarm them into the net and capture them, take them over and reel it so you don't kill them. Just move them. And then they imprint where we move them to. The last 2 years we've only had 2 broods come in. And unfortunately that's created a little bit of a problem. Hopefully this next year they'll allow us to move those. We'll find out. DNR are funny people to work with.
Anybody more questions?
So you're a resident of Beaver Creek Township?
No, I'm not a resident. I own property here.
You own property?
Yes, I own a small lot, yes.
Okay,
I hope that qualifies me. Actually, you can appoint whoever you would want to appoint. That's the way that I read it, but
Yep.
hopefully that'll give me a little bit of an edge that I do own property here.
right.
Shall appoint a relative.
So when we discussed this the last time, we weren't even interested in putting anybody on it. Are you still feeling that way? Do you want to move it up and vote?
I would like to do another month's investigation into this.
We can. It was supposed to have been in by October 30th, and I was out with the flu, so we didn't get to it.
Okay. Where's your property located?
It's over off of 4 Mile Road, and I'm trying to remember the subdivision.
Deerfield.
Deerfield
Estates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
I keep getting people texting me saying, hey, you wanna sell a property?
Do we have any other candidates?
Ron Larson had spoke up that he was interested in it as well, but he was supposed to be at the meeting today too, so maybe he has changed his mind.
I still, you and I talked earlier this year, I still have my name's out there if you guys are interested too.
So,
You say it was supposed to be October 31st, we were supposed to be in?
Yeah.
So is this gonna qualify or?
Yeah, cause I had talked to,
Rex.
Rex.
Yeah, none of this, they put this out too late, so none of the townships had an opportunity to have a meeting to go over it.
I don't think Lions appointed anyone yet.
They haven't.
I thought that October 31st was for the non-township appointees,
Right, that's when.
for the applications.
Exactly
to be-
right.
To be in.
So they could put them in themselves that they were, if they lived in that district, they could apply directly to that and not appoint it. We can appoint one member to that board.
Mhm.
The rest of them could have filed for themselves for the application to get appointed through those districts. As of Monday, nobody had it.
From what I understand, Gary's Township has not either.
Yep,
Mhm.
That's where I used to live.
so we can table it?
That's what I would suggest.
Okay.
Let's,
couple, even if we enter the special,
well, I mean, if no other townships appointed anybody, why do we?
We don't need to be in a hurry to be the first, cause we're the littlest.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah,
think
because
there's,
the way I see it is they can't stop you from changing
right,
whoever you'd want to go to, so you
Right.
can just say, hey, you can't stop us from appointing anybody just because we didn't have it in on your time frame. It was unreasonable to begin with.
yeah, because they didn't give us any
Doug.
time.
yeah.
I've never really paid attention. Has Beaver Creek Township ever gotten involved in the lake level dispute between
Nothing, we got
The-
none of that.
the lakefront and the?
Because we only have that small section of Forest Avenue that isn't,
Right, okay.
We have-
I just wasn't sure in the, you know, since the 1970s, this has been going on that I'm aware of, and I didn't know if Beaver Creek ever.
However, Crawford County is because of Beaver Creek. They're involved in the litigation with the SAD because they're all part of it.
But, I mean, we have properties on the lake, so.
Yes.
I feel they.
Camp Cornelia.
Right. Well,
Basically,
Camp Cornelia, and then we have the Camp Westminster there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
basically you got the North State Park, Camp Westminster, the Ram Center, and then a section of the
I think that would go
camp.
under the DNRs
Yep,
rather
yep.
than us, but.
Yep, so basically it's the DNR and then a section of the camp.
Right.
And I called Sam Bodine the other day to ask him to find some of the guys from Camp Cornelia that could come in as non-homestead members that own property there too, and he didn't seem very interested in it.
My understanding, I wasn't at the last camp board meeting, but apparently there was some discussion there about getting some people to apply. I'm not sure they were specifically thinking Beaver Creek, but,
Yeah, I've been getting emails right along with all the notices.
I mean, the last I looked, the problem was only one of those 35 cabins is in the SAD.
Exactly right.
So you got one person. That's it.
This is a homestead.
No, that's in the SAD. If you
Uh,
look at
there's
the
27
SAD map,
There's 27 properties.
if you look at the SAD map,
That's, I got it right there. That's what I handed to him.
and there's only one cabin that's selected out of the 35.
There's 27.
So what about the other 8?
The other what?
8, there's 35
There's
cabins.
35 in Beaver Creek.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
35.
Okay, that might be, I only saw 27 on the map. I counted them all, there's only
Yeah,
27.
we have 35 in Camp Cornelia.
Did you want this?
This is also Camp Cornelia, but that's the county line. That's what I was referring to, the part
Yeah,
inside,
because
inside Crawford
the
County.
road that goes along the lake to the backside of the state park is where the ending is right there.
Right, all of Camp Cornelia does not apply,
No.
just 27 properties. And the other properties in Camp Cornelia would be in Lyons Township.
Right, but what we can tell you for a
Beaver-
fact,
Beaver Creek.
What's that?
35 of the Camp Cornelia cabins are in
In
Beaver
Beaver
Creek.
Creek.
That's a
Okay,
fact.
That's just not what shows on the map, so you're probably correct.
And I'm not sure about this printed thing, because I was actually looking at it online,
Mhm.
and it's, have you went and looked at it before? Because if you go online and look at
Right.
it, and
That's
I
it,
was
that's
selecting
online.
stuff,
That's
it would only show, it showed all the cabins, but only one of them was part of it.
That's what I thought too,
Yeah,
but then they changed it every time I looked at it.
I mean,
What's the website?
Roscommon County Lakes.net, I believe.
have you been involved with it at all?
No.
Links frequently mentioned on the web include
No,
Yeah,
I,
'cause the only frontage we have is that small section from the corner of Westminster to where the cement and Buckman is at the end of Forest Avenue.
Right.
That's it.
In North League Lake State Park.
Yeah, but that don't count with us.
Well, that
Well,
would
we
be a
got people-
non-homestead.
Right,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
You
That
could
little
do it as
short-
non-homestead,
Yeah.
couldn't you?
Huh?
They could have someone as non-homestead.
The state would have to have some representation on that,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're not interested.
right.
My understanding is, at the line meeting today, they said that, on the bill, tax bill going out December 1st is gonna have the special assessment for the dam on there.
Mhm.
What do you mean?
All-
The
all
winter tax
property
bill
taxes
is
are going
gonna
up for the people
include
with
the special assessment for the dam,
Well, why haven't we got nothing then?
because there's no cabin selected.
That's what I'm saying.
There's nothing.
We haven't gotten it, so
I can
that's how
tell you,
much we're
I can tell you
involved.
what I got in the mail. I got a letter in the mail saying I'm part of the special assessment district,
Mhm.
but my cost is 0. And that's what everybody in the camp got.
Uh-uh.
Oh,
how are you part of the special assessment district if you don't own any property?
That's what I'd like to know, because I'm not a riparian. The camp can take our right to use the lake and have a boat out there away from us. So we're not riparians. Why are we even part of it?
well, that's really interesting on how they're doing all the allocation.
Because the camp owns the land. They're the riparian. That's who should be billed.
Okay,
Anyway,
Let's make a motion to table this until we have some more information. I don't wanna be the first one jumping out there either. And then we can get back with both of those as soon as, we can pull a special meeting or whatever.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded to table.
thank you, I appreciate your consideration
Thank
and
you.
listening to what I had to say, and hopefully people are a little more educated today after what I had
Exactly.
to say.
That's, that's a lot. We don't know nothing.
I know more about this stuff going on down there than almost.
For a long
everybody.
time. I remember you from 2016 and stuff. So I have a motion to table until further review. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, appreciate your consideration, I hope to earn your vote to be on the board.
Thank you. All right, next up is accounts payable.
That's probably it, I'll get out of here then.
Okay.
Now y'all can talk about whatever.
Nope.
You do way better when you're here.
Thank y'all very much, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Here's what I-
Accounts payable, APs are $24,033.10. Out of that, fire department is $4,384.36. Payroll for the fire department, there was 3 of them, was $23,742.59. Township is $32,759.56. And all this is included.
I went through a few of these and questioned Jill about on the first page, Brady plus liners. Did you know what that is? I didn't either, so I had to question it as garbage bags.
Oh. Cause I was gonna ask her.
I did, I got it underlined in red, so I went and asked her, that's what that is. And then Milliken's Commons, the septic, the main one for the hall this
Oh, yeah.
month.
Got to spell it on
Election day. Yeah, that wasn't fun. And if you look down towards, close to the last page, the page before last, Speed Tech Equipment and Compactor Service is the ones that I used to have come once a year to do their annual inspection. And it hadn't been done since I did the last one in 2020. So they were finally here the week I was not. And I have that bill here too to show you, but it's on my desk. But they did come and inspect it, and there's, a starter is what they're talking about on the compactor that
Yes.
needs replaced.
And some, the sliders that, the compactor slides,
Slides
they
on.
gotta be replaced too.
So they were here, I just wanted,
Orkin was here for pest control. Do we do
Okay.
that every year or?
yeah, so when the first guy come from the other company, they tried selling us just the fly lights. But it's like, they check them monthly and it was ungodly amount for these fly lights. We always had them sprayed in the spring and the fall, when they start getting bad, until
Right.
that ceiling gets fixed, they can get in.
Yeah.
There's
'cause
just
we
no
used
way
to get-
around it.
Yeah.
So, when they come last month, we have 30 days, if we're still seeing flies, they come back and do the second one.
Okay.
So that's what happened the other day, we had them come back because before some party back there, I had to have Tim go back and clean the flies and the lights because they were so bad.
Halloween.
Yeah. And election. So, yeah, we had them back in to do it the second time. I'd like to make a motion to accept the APs as presented. Good job, Jill.
I'll second the motion.
Motion has been made and seconded. I'll have a roll call vote.
Tim,
Yes.
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
Jill.
You up next.
always say every one. Anybody can always take one, there's one right up there, and it'll tell you everything you need to know on the treasurer's report. We're gonna go with BSNA because we've been having problems, and they said they fixed it with the ending balance coming to the beginning of the balance. Even if it's on the same date, unless something's been taken out, so BSNA is gonna keep working on that. It'll be fine, and then there's something with their system, they said, so hopefully they'll get that start and end right, so.
It's nonstop. I'd like to draw you guys' attention down to pension judgment. It finally balanced out after they got that 46 straightened around, so that's the 19,844 that needs to get deposited into the fire department fund. Do you need a motion on that?
Yeah, I do.
I'd like to make a motion to move the ending balance from the pension judgment of 19,844.42 to the fire department account. Because the pension judgment's paid off and that's the balance.
And you'll let me know what account. I mean, it'll go in the pool,
Right,
but we'll
fire.
do it, yeah, but I know it's 206, but what? Line item,
Second.
Just under cash.
they want it just cash.
Just put it like normal. You're just doing a transfer from one account to the other.
Right.
So I have a motion, can I have a second?
Second.
Can we have a roll call vote?
Kim,
Yes.
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
Jill.
And we had them right for a couple months.
Yeah, BSNA, they'll get it.
Next up is the meeting minutes for October 16th. He's been around the world today, we'll give you a minute.
Yeah.
You can move on.
I'll make a motion to accept the October 16th minutes as presented.
And I'll second it.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Aye. Aye, fire department.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you got a chance to read the report that I gave to you. Talked about the training we've had. Engine 2's been moved to a frontline structure fire truck. Talked about ordering new brush guards for our rescues so that in case it hits another deer, maybe it won't be out for 3 weeks. Letting you know that I did, for our warehouser, they asked me to come over and do training for them. Trained 4 days for 4 hours per day for a total of 160 people in fire suppression operations. We had a nice showing of our firefighters over at the senior lodge. Yeah, I will apologize in advance for the next part. And I will reiterate exactly what I say every week, or every month, I'm sorry. Social media can be used by anyone.
Excuse me.
And for the most part goes unchecked for accuracy and truth. Below our posts on the internet relating to the Beaver Creek Fire Department. As the chief of this department, it is my duty to the citizens of Beaver Creek to enlighten them to the accuracy of the posts relating to the professional fire department and its very dedicated firefighters. There were 2 posts that were related to the fire department in the last month.
Yep.
The one is by Pat Cooper, sent to the township supervisor and our attorney, and also posted on Facebook on 10/28/25. Pat Cooper says, and I quote, "I understand that all township vehicles, including the chief's truck," which I don't understand what that means, "are fueled at Charlie's Country Corner using the township marathon commercial account." My response to Ms. Cooper is simply, your understanding is wrong. We can fuel anywhere we want or need to. Pat Cooper also stated, "There should be 0 fuel charges to Doug's credit card, yet I see 45 separate fuel transactions, regular and diesel, charged to this credit card over the past 8 months. My response was simply, that is wrong. The township credit card issued to me is for any transaction needed by the fire department, from fuel to station needs. And I would ask that she does not declare that she knows what our operating procedures are for the township or the fire department, giving the readers false information." Pat Cooper also stated in this post, Doug personally drives an older model, regular fuel Ford Edge, a newer model Ford F-350 diesel fuel pickup that he has a diesel tractor at his residence. The vehicles are owned by the deputy clerk, all highlighted, fire captain, elections worker, Doug's lover, Terry Lakuta. My response is simply that this is true, although it is creepy that you know about all my private information about me and my partner. Stop stalking me and Terry.
Stalking you.
Please stop, Ms. Cooper.
I'm not going to sit here and be attacked by that criminal. I'm not going to do it.
Well, then there's
You
the
got
door.
you got an email from me
Please
about his fuel
stop.
theft,
Please.
and you're letting
stop.
him sabotage
Please
this activity
stop.
report as a political
Ma'am, I am
attack
going
against
to
me.
ask you to leave the building. Mary Collum, I'm not putting up with this. No more, Pat Cooper.
Under MCL section 15.263, MCL is a law in the Open Meetings Act. It clearly says that a person must not be excluded from a meeting otherwise open to the public except for a breach of the peace actually committed at the meeting. Would you like me to continue, or would you like me to wait till the police get here?
I think we should wait.
Oh, wait.
Yes, ma'am, sir.
Hey Chad, this is Mary Dent, and I am the Township Trustee for Beaver Creek Township, and I'm requesting a out here. We have a very disruptive person at our township meeting. Eight 8 South Crayling Road.
They don't need to
Yes,
come.
my name
I'll
is
be
Pat
leaving your
Cooper.
meeting. I'm leaving your meeting. They don't need to come.
That's okay, we'll still have them come.
Yeah.
You've been called a few times before because of this type of disruption.
Yeah, and you were found guilty of violating the
Excuse
act
me.
because of it.
I believe you can probably hear her in the background.
I heard all I wanted to hear out of this meeting.
All right, thank you, sir.
You owe me a response, Kim Bannock.
I would like to pull a recess.
I want to know why you are letting him get away with theft. $2,350 now when you include what he put on the October credit card statement. You have not heard the end of this.